And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please check it out. dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. water hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, a.k.a. Sergeant M's Replica Trophies. Now, we gonna do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Yo, after W, you already know. It's the man in the flesh.
Let's go, Giants! Ow!
Yes, sir, Giants on top. You already know.
I'm here with Monty Tuma. Monty Tuma, tell them about them Giants, man. What podcast should you watch? You should watch SneakyG.
I know I'm kind of good, but what do you think about SneakyG, man?
That boy, man.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go, Giants! Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG, man. And it's echoing. It is echoing. That is phenomena. Guys, first off, I want to thank everybody that's coming on the show. The panel's ready to go. I got people already, sending out comments on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I love seeing that. I love seeing that because you're showing the love, you're showing the dedication. And it's rough. It is rough out there being a Giants fan. Hold on. Shout out, Austin. Shout out. As I said, thanks for doing this, man. Happy Thanksgiving, you and your family. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And that being said, no, there is no show on Thursday because I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to get fat and happy on Thursday, okay? Well, except for Corbin, he'll probably tell us later on. But anyway, I digress. Another week, another phenomenal game. And I'm talking phenomenal with a capital F. Yeah. Had the lead. had the lead. 10 points. But what happened? You know, I think that we need to realize that you play football for 60 minutes. Not 50, not 55, 57, 58, but 60 whole damn minutes. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, we have laps. Now, I know we're going to talk about the firing of Shane Bowen. And I'm going to, I'm going to say this, and I said it last week. It sucks for someone that is great with the fans, but did not produce in his job. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a player thing? I don't know. But I'm going to say this right now. If you got Carl Banks cussing on his show, you're doing something wrong. And I watched Carl Banks. He's one of my favorite favorite Giants of all times. I do have a few. And he's very conscious of what he says and how he says it. He was trying to be, I don't even want to say careful, extremely careful, because I get it. I know why, right? But he had to let it loose, and he did. And I respect him for that. Guys, we all know the truth hurts. Look, if you don't want to know the answer to a question, any question, it could be as simple as, what's 2 + 2? Or, do you want to be my girlfriend, or do you want to go out? If you don't want to ask that, if you're afraid of the answer, don't ask the question. And Banks was not afraid to let it be known about the positioning, about the rotation, about the personnel. And like I said, if you got Carl Banks, who's very meticulous on what he says on his show, if you have him going off, there's something wrong. Some changes got to be made, and there was. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring the panel on. Bring them up. Casey, Daryl, Jalen, Mark D.
Tell him, Sneaky. You tell him. Oh, my bad.
I'm going to bring Giant. Sully.
What's up, Sully?
Yo, people.
What's up, Sully?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what up, Mark?
Hey, just so I can say it before I forget later on tonight, I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Same to you, Sully.
Same to you, Sully.
Sneaky, I cannot believe you thought that we wanted you to have a show on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Well, I did in the past. I did in the past. And then I don't think I did in the last couple of years. I don't think I have.
Did you do a live thing with the Cowboys last year?
Oh, no, you're right. I was at the game. No, I didn't, because I was at the game last
You was
year.
at the game, right? Oh. What's up, Jalen?
What's up, Mark?
So, okay,
Man,
yeah.
that's it.
Let me see if I can.
Bye, boy.
Hey,
Sneaky,
Drew's here too.
Sneaky, would you please do me the honor of opening
Trouble's
your show?
here.
Where?
So wait, hold on. What?
Right in the bottom right corner.
Drew, what's up, dog?
What's up?
You over there
so-
looking like the youngest Brady right now.
Youngest Brady. Does that make Sneaky Alice?
Y'all leave
Yeah,
white
makes
chocolate
me
alone now. Leave white chocolate alone now.
Chocolate.
Hold on, Corbin. What'd you say?
I said, would
I
you do
called
me
him
the
white
honor
chocolate.
of opening your show?
Oh
When
no,
you're
I'm
ready?
trying to. Corbin, trying to. What's up, Corbin?
Oh,
Would you
I'm
do me
sorry.
the honor of opening your show when you're ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Take the lead. Yeah, please.
All right. The problem in New York is gone. Everybody, and I mean everybody, that includes Deontay Banks, is on a clean slate with me. I don't have no issues with nobody because I blamed Shane Bowen the whole time. Now, Shane Bowen is gone. So I'm giving everybody a chance. And we will find out what everybody is like without Shane Bowen. That's where I stand. I open that up to the panel.
Drew, I really want to hear your take on all this.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious. Can you do it in a minute?
I mean, nice and simple. I mean, Shane Bowen had to go. Should have been gone a long time ago. Very glad he's gone. I'm a little puzzled by the choice to replace him. I'm a little concerned with the friendship he has with Joe Shane and Josina Anderson saying that that's why he got the job, basically. But overall, I mean, what do you got to lose? Everybody does. I mean, Corbin's 100% right. Everybody starts with a brand new clean slate. Everybody. And you got a few weeks now to show us that you should be part of the future of this franchise. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Well, I mean, you said he's friends with
They work together in Miami.
right, and so did Dable. But I mean, Dable basically vouched for him. Like he said he wanted him. I mean, it was basically in the what do you call it? Hard Knocks, where he was like, if he can make this our defense, we'll be straight. You know?
Are you talking about Bowen or are you talking about Bowen?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bowen. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Bowen.
I'm talking about the new DC, Bullen.
Right.
He worked with Shane, and apparently they don't like this. They're buddies, according to Josina Anderson. Again, I don't know what source she has. I don't know. I don't want to spread it as gospel without knowing where that's coming from. But she was all over Twitter when it happened, saying point blank that she heard from people saying that those two were best friends, basically, and that's how he got the job.
She having a field day with that.
Oh yeah.
We shall see.
Now, right now, these fourth quarter collapses are just ridiculous. Well, hold on. Anyway, before I get to that context of the show that I want to go to, the topic, I should say, I do want to get everybody's sight. Mark G, what's your thoughts
About what, Sneaky?
about Bowen leaving?
He should have left. He should have left after that Denver collapse. 100%. He should have been gone after that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
College.
I don't care. I don't care. They BFF for life with Dayball. He had to go. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This is a business.
You gotta say it one more time for the people in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see that's what's wrong with our franchise now. We do not make business decisions. We make friendship decisions.
All starts up top. That's what Mara's done for years.
Bunch of yes people, man.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
You can have
don't
friends
know.
that'll tell you exactly how things are.
I was gonna
Those
say I
are
don't
your
know.
real friends.
I don't know what friends y'all have. I mean, I'm talking. I know friends that I've known for years, and they'll tell me how it is, like it is, and when it is, and what time it is of the day.
I wouldn't say that's the Giants' problem. It's just they have such loyalty that people, regardless if they speak up, don't speak up, whatever, that have been with this franchise for literally decades in some case. Looking at you, Ronnie Barnes, and just time has passed. It's time to move on, but we don't do it.
You've mentioned Ronnie a couple times.
Yes, because he's literally been with the team longer than I've been alive. I'm not young.
Yeah, he's been there for
Since
a while.
1979, I think.
I think you might.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been there. He's been there 3 times as much as I've been alive.
So, and I don't want to be like an ageist. Again, I'm not a young person myself exactly. I'm in my 40s, so I'm not like ancient, but I'm not exactly young at this point in my life. But do you think he's up to date in the latest treatments?
I would have to say no.
Now, are you asking me?
I'm just saying hypothetically, like whoever wants to answer it. But I mean, look at all the injuries we've had, and the guy got a guy literally who's been with the team since I take it back, 1976. He started with the Giants.
Yeah, I got
when they went to the Meadowlands, when they started at the Meadowlands.
The team just celebrated its 100th anniversary last year. He's about to celebrate his 50th with the team next year.
Damn.
Yeah, it's probably about time for him to go.
It's about time
exactly
for like 20 years ago.
It's kind of 2 ways to look at it. You can look at the experience, and then you can also look at the other end. Maybe it's time to get something more modern.
There's this position that everybody seems to love. It's called consultant.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
But look, and I feel this way about a lot of things. We're not going to get into politics, but when you've been in a position for too long, you do start missing stuff. You do start to become complacent. You do and then I don't know what the how you keep updating yourself, if you keep updating yourself, because things change constantly, no matter what it is, medical, whatever. If you're not up on the newest things, yeah, you're going to see a lot more injuries. I mean, it's probably time for him to go. Like, I'm not knocking him.
Yeah.
He might be doing an all right job, but can he even move up and down the same? Like, if a player falls out, can he rush to go get him? Like, I don't know, but whatever. But,
well, I mean, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. What I want to get with it as far as with him, like I don't want to be disrespectful about the man. Like he's been with the team for half a century. He's been with us for all 4 Super Bowls. Like I don't want to be disrespectful about it, but I look at it. If I treat him the same way I treat a coach, for example, he's the head trainer. How many injury issues have we had? How many injuries have been misdiagnosed, like Evan Neal, over the years now? And if a coach had the same kind of record that Ronnie Barnes had, he'd be gone.
I mean, true statement.
But he flies under the radar because who looks at the head trainer? I mean, let's be honest. Like, where's the articles and the people talking about the head trainer? No one's going to talk about that. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. It doesn't get you clicks.
Yeah, unless they do something drastic.
But I'm the king of not flashy and not sexy, so I'll talk about it.
I do believe that he is one of the most respected medical officials in the league, not just with the New York Football Giants, in the league. And with his, and I don't even know entirely what his position entails. Okay. Maybe he gives the first diagnosis and they get a second opinion. I don't know. I think he is one of the, I don't want to say least worries or least issues, because yeah, I mean they're especially last year came into question with Evan Neal, and having a misdiagnosis sucks. I mean I've been a part of that, and the sad thing about misdiagnoses that we all know about is they're pretty much given a diagnosis of what information is provided, and of course, depending on what stone is uncovered, then they can give further answers or whatnot the case may be.
So I did look it up for you real quick, just to make sure I'm not giving any.
No, I mean, and I need information too.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm with you. Like, again, nobody really talks about this guy. We all talk about the fact he's been with the team forever, but I don't think anybody has a full comprehensive list of what the head trainer does for an NFL team. So here's his responsibilities: overall health and well-being of the players, which includes injury prevention, examination, treatment, and rehabilitation. They manage the athletic training staff. They oversee player injury status and supervise a wide range of daily activities from preparing practice fields to leading the emergency response to injuries during the game. This is off of Google AI, by the way, just in case somebody's wondering the source of where this information. I mean, it gives a whole list of everything, like what he does for injury prevention and that kind of stuff. But I don't want to take up an hour talking about Ronnie Barnes necessarily.
Right, and I mean, we'll put a fork in it here. You know, the one thing I'll say that I do appreciate about the Mara family is that, I mean, they're loyal to their workers. Okay, their employees. Now, I'm not talking about players. I'm just saying they're employees. Okay. From what I know, and I'm gonna speak from what I know, a lot of NFL teams have a high turnover ratio. Okay, people come and go. There are a few franchises where that's not the case. And the New York Football Giants is one of them. And could that be a good thing? Could that be a bad thing? That is what it is. However, I respect that. I respect that from them. And I think for that we should move because we got a lot more things to worry about. A lot more things to worry about and focus on than Ronnie Barnes, who is inducted in the Ring of Honor by the New York Football Giants. We got another coach that's fired, a defensive coordinator. Now we have another interim coach, defensive coordinator.
What'd you eat?
What changes do you think he's going to be making, or what will be his day one changes this week going against the Patriots?
Well, from what I've been reading about the guy, he's aggressive. And I think that's going to help. I think that's going to help the defense a lot because, again, you can't drop back 7 and rush 4, but in those 7 that you drop back, you got 2 third stringers and maybe a 4th stringer out there. You can't have those guys covering for long periods of time. So I think he's going to bring a bit more of like a few more blitzes, getting the quarterback to get the ball out of his hand faster, and being overall more aggressive on defense.
Now, what's the status on Dex? Is he okay?
They said he was nicked up at the end of the game there. That's what they said.
Ouch.
But, that's kind of a broad term.
I'm assuming they asked him if he's going to be ready for this coming Monday, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would assume he is going to be. But I think he's been battling injury all year long, to be honest, the way he's been playing.
Yeah.
The way he's been playing because of that damn weight he done put on because he got that new baby at home.
We all really ain't gonna let that one go, are you, David?
Right? No, sir.
Okay. Hey, Mark D. Can I put you in the backstage real quick? I do want to bring up TP.
Oh, you're good. Thank you. That's fine.
Okay.
TP's gonna crucify somebody.
I will not leave you back.
He is.
I'll take that battle.
There he is.
Here's TP.
Yo, what up?
Where you come from?
Now, Daryl, if you're going to call me White Talker, what's TP's name? It's only fair.
TP,
I just said it. I just told him.
Welcome.
Y'all make sure to get some of that TP merch.
Yeah, let's go. Tell them, Court.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, get that TP merch. And then after you get his stuff, go swing by dresscomfy.com for the latest and greatest. Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. Hold on. After you get your merch, please make sure you go to dresscomfy.com for the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. Again, dresscomfy.com. Okay.
That motherfucker just wanted to show his beard.
Hey, Sneaky, I got a question for you, man. You still got any of those challenge coins left?
You know what? I sure I do. I'm sure I do. We could talk offline. So I got you.
Definitely.
I think I do actually. Yeah. And if not, I need to order some anyway. I'm glad you reminded me. Okay, now that TP's here, I want to jump to something real quick because I was getting a little highlight of one of your contents, and you were talking about Wandell.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Go ahead. Let's. I know, and we're kind of going all over the place. It's fine. It's almost Thanksgiving, and that's why I wanted to bring you on here because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
I want to put myself out there. I'm not going to say I was a Wandell hater by no means of the stretch. I was just, and this is the beginning of the season, right? My main concern with Wandell was how are we going to get the ball to him? There have been many times where, and this many times, I mean, with Jones, well, it's not just the short hands. I mean, he's short.
Messed up, Drew.
He's short, right? And there's been a lot of times where Jones would overthrow him or underthrow him, whatever the case may be. And from now, he's showing me a lot. I mean, he's shown me a lot this season. And I think we can all agree this is one of his best seasons by far. Okay.
His best.
His contract year.
But, well, hey, it's his best season. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Contract year, not. But what take do you have, and what was the question? And because I want the panel to hear the question, so we all have an opportunity to answer about Wandell. What was the one question that you had about Wandell?
Well, it was really answering to like Giant fans doing their infamous as soon as you don't pop off the screen or as soon as you are not awesome, they try to discredit everything that you could bring to the table. And there's no full assessments when it comes to certain players. Like Tyrone Tracy Jr. is one of them. Devin Singletary is one of them, and the list goes on. Kayvon Thibodeau was one of them. And Wandell Robinson was one of them. And I've always stood on the side of seeing potential in Wandell Robinson. Now, granted, there are some times when you could look at Wandell and you could say, okay, he's been inconsistent. Everything isn't always the other person's fault. No, Wandell has his blame as well. But I don't think that we have always utilized Wandell and other players the way that they could show their best selves. Now, people talk about Wandell being short and being small and all of that, but there's a superpower in that. Like when I see Wandell, I know for a fact he's the best route runner that we have on this team. That's for one. For two, people don't give him credit for his yak ability. What he does after the catch. And when you put him in open space and you give him opportunities where it's one-on-one, he's able to shine. And I just feel like people discredit that. And Wandell's just an example, but like I said, there's a list of players. They discredit, the strengths of players. And now you're able to see exactly what I've been saying for quite some time.
I agree, TP. Wandell's a go-getter.
That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. And I don't know about y'all, but if you ever played football before, we all know that one guy that was short and small, but his heart was unmatched. You know what I mean?
The size of the fight, or a dog in the fight, is the size of the fight in the dog.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
No, I agree. My only issue with Wandell from when we drafted him was whether or not he could stay healthy because of his size. And it looks like he's doing fine with that. But for at least the last, I would say at least the last two seasons, he's probably been our second best receiver, only behind Neighbors.
Absolutely. If my wide receiver core next year is Isaiah Hodgins, Wandell Robinson, Malik Neighbors, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I'm fine with that.
Well, the thing, Well, the thing is, Wandell isn't meant to be the guy that he's forced to be right now.
Mhm.
Like, I don't look at Wandell as somebody who's supposed to be the number one or even a number two receiver. He just has to be that. So I kind of want more in the receiving room, but that's not me trying to, shoot at Wandell. It's just I think that we could do better, and I think that if Wandell is that third or fourth receiver, then we really cooking with hot grease.
You know who Wandell kind of reminds me of? Danny Amendola.
Ooh, now that's
okay.
Wasn't big, wasn't overly strong, but ran really good routes, was hard to bring down. And everybody just kind of just waved him off. But he had a really good career.
What
I
round did we
think
get?
Wandell's going to be very similar.
I think we got him in the second round.
In the second round?
The second or third.
I think when
second round, we traded up to get him.
Yeah, I think when we got him, I think Shep was on his way out, and I had a feeling once we got him, I was shocked to see that. I think Shep stayed around for another year, but then after that, obviously they didn't resign him. Hey, Keefe, what's up, man? I see you down there in the cut, being quiet. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I'm just listening, man. I kind of thought that too. I was thinking like, once the year is over, would you pay Wandell? Would you cut Darius Slayton? Would you draft a wide receiver in the first or second round? The Giants, they got some choices to make, man. I wouldn't want to be Joe Shane or the next GM. These are some tough choices. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like Wandell, but I don't know if we got enough production out of him to pay him $15 million.
What more do you need to see?
Hey, I'm sorry, but he's been producing more than Slayton has.
I know, but Slayton, he's like $6 million a year.
12 million.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so Wandell,
12
to
mil.
me, I do like Wandell, but he does have a lot of drops. Neighbors, he has way too many drops to be a number one too. I mean,
that's crazy.
I don't know, man. It's just some tough choices, man. That's all I'm saying.
I think what you got to look at Wandell specifically is how he's being used, not just the results as well. We talked about with the issue with the defensive scheme with the players right now with the new DC. Look at what's going on with him, how he's being used this year to last year. His depth of target right now is about 9 yards. Last year, it was second lowest in the NFL at 3.8. Yeah. This is why he had so many catches and no yards last year. He's finally being used right. So I have no problem giving the guy money. You know what he kind of reminds me of? An even shorter version of Wayne Corbett.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's where he reminds me of. He's a guy that's
Wayne Corbett. Was that the Jets?
Yep.
Yeah. He was a Jet.
Okay.
He's a steady receiver. He's a Robin kind of guy. He's never going to be a Batman. He's undersized, plays with a lot of heart, always finds a way to get open. And that's just what he is. But the Giants just haven't really had a way to know how to use him. And we all know that chances are, who knows, maybe they somehow convince Kafka to stay as OC next year, but I doubt it. But if we have a new OC coming in, that needs to be part of the interview process. Right. Is how do you plan on using the guys we have? And that includes Wandell Robinson. And there needs to be a set plan like that.
Let me ask this question.
As a security blanket like he was last year.
Let me ask this question. Then because I've thought about this for a long time. How would they fix this wide receiver room? What would you do? Would you draft
actual talent? Look at who we brought in this year, wide receiver. We brought in a bunch of guys that were basically return guys and special teamers and couldn't catch the ball.
Would you go free agency then?
You're going to have to a certain degree. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying the big names. Everybody wants to talk about the big names. It's flashy. Everybody's fun talking about. We'll go get Jacoby Myers. We'll get this guy, that guy. Let's go trade for Chris Olave. How about just get me legit, solid NFL wide receivers? They don't got to be stars. Just get me a guy who can go ahead and put 300-400 yards up a season. We already got a guy in Neighbors who can put up, 1,200 yards with Daniel Jones as his best quarterback. We already got a guy in Wandell Robinson who easily it can be 100 catch kind of guy. We already got it one deep threat at least in Slayton. Just get me legit, solid NFL caliber receivers. I don't need stars.
You know what else? While we're
people are
talking
gonna
about
get caught.
receivers, someone else who I want to see more is Gunnar O.
Yep.
He's like, to me, he's one of those guys that is reliable and consistent. Like good things happen when he's on the field. And I just want to see more. I mean, yeah, he's doing a good job at the kick return game, but I want to see him as a receiver. I
He
want to
was
see
all
what
right
that's like.
preseason.
I used to pray to God every time the team kicked us the ball. I don't gotta pray no more when Gunner catches the ball.
I still do just in case.
Yeah, I still do just in case Eric Ray gets back there again.
Oh, right.
First play back.
Turbo like that, man.
He couldn't even catch it.
I was flipping
Now,
out.
let me ask you guys this. I know we're talking about Wandell, but the question I have for y'all, does it bother you that his, I guess, drop rate is among the bottom half of the NFL?
Who Wandell?
Bottom half?
Yeah. Does that concern
It does and it doesn't, because I've seen Wandell catch the ball and immediately get hit and fly halfway across the field and still hold on to it.
Yeah.
Right,
So
because-
those numbers don't mean a lot to me unless you drop the ball on 3rd or 4th down.
It does bother me. It bothers me.
I only want to bring that up because TP, you bring up a good point. I mean, homeboy is dangerous in space. Okay. But as though we can almost count on Jameis throwing 1, maybe 2 picks a game, it's almost we can count on Wandell dropping 1 or 2 passes.
Yes, sir.
However, let's not forget Jameis threw for over 400 yards. Wandell had, over 130 some yards in the first half. So it's like you gotta pick what you choose. It's like the good and evil, if you will. You're right. He'll get you 100 and some yards a game. Wandell will, but then he'll drop the ball 3rd and 4th down.
Well, Sneaky, I'll tell you this. This is the thing about the receiver position and drops, is that drops come with the territory.
Facts.
That's just gonna happen, right?
I agree. I can agree with that.
What matters to me is 2 things. When do those drops happen?
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, are you giving me production with those drops? See, it's one thing to just have drops and then nothing else to show for it. But you have a game like the last game, right? Well, Wandell Robinson made you forget about the little bit of drops that he had. Granted, they were tough catches anyway, but he gave you so much production, it canceled them out. So
Does that come into effect, TP, with Theo Johnson?
yeah, for sure. And that's and Theo Johnson, to be honest with you, I don't want to jump to that discussion because I don't want to skip anything, but that's a great example because Theo Johnson was frustrating about him before these past couple games was when he was dropping the ball. It was happening on like key 3rd downs.
Yeah.
When we needed it the most.
4 touchdowns, yeah.
But Theo Johnson's been picking it up as of late. But anyway, I think to me, if Wandell can continue to produce and he can continue to be a guy that, is reliable, then I'm not really too gun-ho on the drops.
Keefe, what your thoughts are?
The drops, they do concern me. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think we have no real good hands catcher on this team. I mean, our best hands catcher might be Neighbors, but he drops a couple too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you're right, Hodges.
And Bellinger, I got to say too, is pretty good hands.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
He did drop one on Sunday. Bad time me to say that, but
no.
I think Hodges only had like 1. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. 1 drop, and about Wandell, I don't think he dropped third and fourth down. I mean, I can't recall. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was Denver.
I can't recall if he threw any like big. I mean, any third down pass is a big one. But I'm sorry, Keith. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Wandale's a body catcher to me. I'm kind of back and forth when it comes to Wandale. I'm a Kentucky Wildcat myself, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a little biased, but I want to see more out of him. I mean, the University of Kentucky, Wandale was unstoppable, but he is a running back by trade. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand why his hands they're not up to par like you think they would be. I know he's been at the wide receiver position for a while. A running back's a running back. If you've been playing it your whole life, you're really a running back, and that's the whole point. You want to get him the ball in space so that running back can kick in and he can get a little shifty, but we ain't really been able to see that. I really just want a real good hands catcher. Like y'all know I had a co-host, he's a Chargers fan. That dude, I mean, I can't stand Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen is the epitome of a hands catching route running machine. If the Giants can get their hands on somebody like that, not that guy, because I don't like that guy, but if we get our hands on somebody like that, man, Jackson Dart could have a good career, man. That's just what I'm hoping for.
So Keith, I have an unpopular opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the body catcher.
Okay.
Just as long as you catch the ball.
Yep.
Yeah. I can understand that. I got you. I got you.
He's talking though, because how many times have we seen like the ball bounce off the pads, or you do want to see a clean, come on. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Diamond. You want to see a diamond all the time. I mean, that's like you're not gonna see that all the time. But
the problem I have with body catches is their catch radius is way smaller.
Yeah.
The quarterback got to put it on them for them to catch it. Versus if it's a little off, hands catchers can still get that.
Got to get near it. Yeah. Just got to get near it.
Let's be honest though that Wandale has the hands the size of a GI Joe doll.
Oh.
Another thing though.
Let me say this real quick. As a quarterback, okay, I didn't say former, but as a quarterback, I love a hands catcher. I don't mind. You're right, TP. You're 100% right. All you gotta do is catch the ball. But I do like the versatile effect of having a hands catcher where they catch the ball rather than wait until it gets into the box. I mean, there's
Beckham Jr.
Because the first thing you're taught catching the ball is catch it, look it in, and tuck it in, right? Yeah. I know we saw the NFL films of Jerry Rice as he's talking and catching the ball, he's tucking it in, you know. But at the same time, and I think that's something that can be practiced. I think Wandale could be that arm catcher type wide receiver, but still, I mean, his radius is not as wide as say a Malik Neighbor.
We all got to remember, gentlemen.
His hands are 9 inches. I did look it up. So
it's actually pretty large for somebody his size.
79% of wide receivers that go to the combine had bigger hands than him.
But we also got to remember, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't have no concerns with it because we all got to remember, everybody drops the ball.
Yeah. Well,
everybody.
Out this too.
Whether you are hands catcher, body catcher, everybody drops it.
That is true. That's true.
Everybody drops the ball.
I do want to say though, I do want to make it clear. I'm with Keefe 100% because if you look at our receiving core, right, you have Malik Neighbors. He's not as good of a receiver he is. He's not somebody I would necessarily consider a hands guy, if that makes sense. And it's a receiver thing, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You got to know his game to understand what I'm saying, right? Like, he makes beautiful big-time catches, but he's not somebody who just is like this handsy guy. That's for one. For two, Darius Slayton, he's not a hands guy.
Man.
Wandale's not a hands guy. In the receiving core, the only guy that we really have that is a hands guy is Isaiah Hodgins.
Crazy.
And maybe a Gunnar O. But outside of that, we don't have it.
But
So
not to cut you off.
a hand guy.
Hang on, not to cut you off. Jalen Hyatt used to be a hands guy until he got to the NFL. He used to catch with his hands at Tennessee.
I mean,
I
he
don't know
still
what
tries
happened.
to catch with his hands. He just
I don't
But
blame.
Hyatt, but
I don't
Hyatt
blame
can't.
Hyatt. I blame the what do you call it? The development. I don't think they develop half of them players on that team, on our team.
Half. You're being very generous right now. I'd say it's at least 90%. We don't.
Well,
Oh,
yes.
here's-
I'm not
Now-
trying to be generous. Fuck them. They all need to get fired.
What's up, Money Mike? Appreciate you, fam. He said we should have never signed.
Say he meant re-signed.
Yeah, I think he meant re-signed too. I'm 50-50 with this.
Can we get Hodges on a cheap deal? Can we do that? Can we do that?
I would like. I mean, look, I do hate to say this. I mean, I do like Slayton. But I mean, if we had to choose between the two, Hodges and Slayton,
I'd have chose Hodges.
TP. I want to add. I want to talk about Hodges too for you as well. But if I had to pick between the two, with the short samples that I have this year of Hodges and Slayton, I mean, I would have to lean towards Hodges. Now, TP, I want to ask you a question too, because I remember we were talking about, or you brought up Hodges and who else was the receiver that got let go?
Humphrey.
I'm sorry?
Will Jordan Humphrey?
Yeah. And I think you were leaning towards Humphrey because of the small sample size. And I remember saying, well, from what I saw of Hodges, of course, I like what I see. Has your opinion changed since?
Oh yeah, for sure. I my biggest concern with Hodgins is that maybe we were looking too much in the past, and I didn't think that we were going to get the Hodgins that we knew and love. I just thought there was going to be some regression in Hodgins, but I mean, he looks like the Hodgins that we know him to be. So I mean, that changes everything for me.
Now I got to throw this out there, guys, because I'm confused. Okay, I am truly confused. Why did we not re-sign him? Why did we let him go? I'll wait.
Why let Hodgins go?
Yeah, why did we let him go?
Because he did nothing the last year he was here. He's already doubled the production when he did the last years with us. I can look at the stats real quick. But
but it's not.
But we stopped going to him too.
Exactly.
I'm not saying otherwise than that, but I'm saying that's.
Davo did.
It can't be because of the stats. Okay?
So.
Because if I'm not mistaken, hold on one second, Drew. Let me get
You're good.
I'm a little perturbed.
Go for it.
With you, of course, Drew. But with the situation, because he was one of the focal points, okay, in our playoff run in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And then he was basically a ghost in 2023. He was released, brought back, put back on the practice squad, maybe brought in a few games, and then released. I mean, I honestly thought he did enough. And of course, I don't see what he did in practice. I don't know what issues he had with coaches or front office, agent, whatever. That part I don't know. I'm only going off of what I saw on the field. I thought he was productive. I thought because of the fact of what he did on the field, that he had the momentum following in the next year. So I say all that to again ask the question, what the hell happened? Why did we not resign him to a
Brian Daboll?
Why did we put him on a practice squad? Like what was that made no sense.
That's what we always do though. And it's not just with Isaiah Hodgins, it's just what we do in general. Like, if you find the answer to that, then maybe you'll find the answer as to why we stopped going to Daniel Bellinger as well.
Yeah.
Brian Daboll.
Facts.
I believe it can only be two things. It was either last year, if I can remember, it looked like he was kind of getting locked down. He wasn't really breaking away from coverage. It could be that, or number two, a lot of teams will start going away from you just so you can't get another contract. It's a contract deal too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that could be a thing too. Once you start getting that popularity, that notoriety, because he did kill it in that playoff game, man. I thought he was gonna get a bag for real after that playoff game.
He's the only reason why we won that playoff game.
Hey, he was cooking. What's your boy name? Patrick Peterson. Man, he was cooking. But when he became the focal point the following year, you see he couldn't be a number one. He couldn't do it. Hodgins, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him. I mean, and it's no slate to him.
No, he's not a number one though.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need.
No,
say like.
I think the following year, I think that's what the Giants thought he could be.
Yeah, I thought that would put. I mean, but see, for me, I look at the production of a Slayton, and I look at the production of Hodges, and I'm like, I Slayton has gotten re-signed multiple times. Okay. And to his defense, rightfully so. We may disagree with that. But I think the production that Hodges had awarded him a similar contract. I'm not saying get paid more or less. I'm just, like you said, I thought he was going to get the bag as well. Drew, I mean, I see you doing some research. You got anything to add?
Oh no, I'm multitasking as always. My brain's always
okay.
But I mean, I'm listen. I mean, I like Hodgins, but he is what he is, guys. I think we're overplaying what this kid is right now because he's come in and given a little bit of spark, which he's done before. But that's what he is. He's a little spark. He's not somebody you're to expect to do good year in, year out.
Drew, I will respectfully disagree. I will say I wouldn't say a spark. I'll just say he's consistent.
Is he?
I think so. I mean, and again, I'm not going off of numbers. I'm just going off of eye candy from what I'm able to see on the field and what I can recall from our playoff run.
I think what he is I think he's someone who's a spark who works very well specifically with Kafka. Because if you look at what's going on with him for his career, he did nothing with the Bills, really. We got him off the practice squad. But didn't really do much with them time-wise at all. He had 4 catches and 41 yards in 2 seasons with him. Then he goes on with us. Kafka's making the play call in the 22. 33 catches, 351 yards, and 4 touchdowns. We all know how he's a beast in the playoff game against the Vikings, too. Then 23-24, all of a sudden, Dable puts his hands in that offensive play calling cookie jar way too much. Changes things up. He's got 230 yards in 23 when it was going back and forth. In 24, when it was 100% Dable, he had 2 catches for 12 yards. Then he goes to San Francisco, can't make it out of camp. Then he goes to Pittsburgh, can't make it on the active roster. Then he goes to us back with Kafka play calling. All of a sudden, couple games, he's got 7 catches, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
But that tells me that's all we need. I could care less what he does anywhere else.
But what happens with Kafka next year, man?
But then we treat it accordingly. But right now we have Kafka.
Oh yeah, listen, use him up this year by all means. But I'm just getting at the fact is you got a guy who works in one particular offense so far that you've seen. That's it. But he hasn't worked in every other offense he's been in, with multiple different teams, multiple different coordinators.
But
I'm only speaking from the perspective of Kafka. If Kafka is our OC, or let's say hypothetically he gets the head coaching job, like I feel like that's good enough. It works.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if Kafka is gone, then I think you do have to evaluate that. But I'm only speaking to the fact that right now Kafka is running the offense and he's doing a pretty damn good job at it.
H-Town said this during the watch party, and I wanna reiterate this because he said it today. Kafka shows to be able to have a team prepared and competitive, but will that be enough for the next season moving forward?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Okay.
Kafka is really impressing me right now, and
Yeah.
I haven't ruled him out as a head coach candidate, and I know a lot of Giant fans have done that. But even if we could keep him as the OC, I would absolutely love it. But Kafka has impressed me to the point that where I hope that there's a future.
I think if he keeps going the way he's going to be the Giants head coach.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not
I will
impressed.
I
say
think
this.
if Kafka wins 3 out of these next 5 games, he'll more likely end up being the head coach.
I'll say this
Yeah.
about Kafka. When I first saw that one special play, where they threw it back, when they threw it back to what you call it? Hold on, Tanya. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. It's been a minute.
Where you been?
When I saw that, of course I'm like, don't be cute. And then of course Wandell was wide open down the field. I'm like, great call. And then of course when I saw Olszewski throwing the ball, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And then of course when James caught it right in the end zone, I'm like, good call, coach. Way to go.
Yeah, we've seen that reaction, man. We've seen that reaction on TikTok.
Right? So I think, it kind of goes hand in hand. Now, I will say this. What I am impressed about Kafka is that I am seeing that the team is playing for him. I am seeing that. But we're not playing complimentary football. Now, that could be Shane's or Bowen's fault. We could say that could be Bowen's fault, whatever the case may be. But, to H-Tout's point, they are looking prepared, and also now I'm starting to kind of second guess Dable a little bit. Now
You're starting to second guess Dable?
You know me. I'm too nice. You know me.
Where's Mama Boss? Where's Mama Boss? I'm gonna have her take you to the doctor right now because you got delusional thinking.
What I'm saying is, like, I'm starting to think, maybe we should have went with Jameis in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Maybe we should have went, with a different type of package deal.
Well, same outcome though, Sneaky. Same outcome because the defense was still fucking playing horrible.
Take off maybe and then restate that for me, please.
What do you mean?
We should have gone with Jameis in the beginning.
We should have started Jameis off. Yeah.
I asked Jalen this, and I'm gonna ask you guys too. What was happening in practice that they decided to go with Russ when everybody else has looked better than him?
Yeah.
All right, I got pushback on that. I'm not gonna allow y'all to treat Russ like he's just absolute garbage.
He is, TP. He is.
Against the Chiefs, TP?
All right, so cool.
Oh wait,
so
you
cool.
were there.
Hold on. TP on the floor. Go ahead, TP. What you got?
Name me one garbage quarterback that has thrown for 450 yards, and I don't care who they went against.
Well, you should care.
No, because y'all try to do that for the sake of the argument, and I can't stand it when y'all do that.
But how many times do you see a college quarterback look great when he plays Poly Christian Tech, West Texas, Abilene?
Why are we talking about
Christian
college
Tech?
right now?
But I'm saying, that's what it is. Like,
no, it's not. It was not. It was versus a professional team. It was
Nobody
versus a
healthy.
professional.
The
I
worst
don't
defense.
care. I don't care. He did it. We were supposed to win that game.
But I'm giving you the analogy, and you're like, why are we talking about college? That's the analogy.
That isn't the analogy because every team, I respect
Backups.
every team that's on the National Football League.
But he was playing
not the same as
backups
college.
of the worst defense in the entire league.
I
That's what they
don't
were at the time.
care. What did he do versus them? Because I know other teams that went against that same defense and didn't look as good. They didn't.
Okay, so you're saying...
Hold on. Harlem Kid got one for you. Matt Flynn.
I don't know if he threw for 400 yards, but I know he threw for 6 touchdowns in a game.
He threw for over 500 yards. And then got that big contract. Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So
He
okay,
just didn't
I
look
don't
very
think none of you
well.
can.
He just didn't
I don't.
look very well after that game, though. TP also, he just didn't look very well.
Right. So
I
why
mean,
do
that was
y'all?
the only game.
So how come coaching is not a factor in that case, but it is a factor in everything else?
I'm not
Like
saying it wasn't.
you don't think coaching. Well, that's my point. You don't
Coaching
think
wasn't a
coaching.
factor. His age is a factor. He's done. He's toast. He's toast. He's done.
Now, if we would
Yeah,
have got,
but
if we would have got,
I'm not running with that, man. You throwing 450 yards. I'll take
Against
you as a
backups of the
backup
worst
any day.
defense in the league, yes.
Okay, but everybody didn't do that. Again, everybody didn't do that.
And I do. What I'm saying is, I do mean it respectfully. I think it was wrong. I'll say this. I think it was wrong for the Giant fans to boo Russell when Dart went the tent the same day that Coach went the tent for. I think that was overreach.
Yeah, that was wrong.
I got no hate for the guy. I respect what he did his career. It's just he's done.
I'll say this about Russell, and this is to Russell's fault. Okay, and we could say that it's coaching. We could say what it is. However, his downfall was when he threw that ill-advised interception in Dallas when it was still second down. Okay. It was, his fault when we went against Kansas City, and he did not play his best football. I'm saying I should say partially his fault because it's 11 people on the field. He did not look good when we went, and I was rooting for him against Washington. We couldn't even get in the end zone while we were in the red zone with him. And again,
you're completely negating the fact that we got outcoached, and that's what I don't like.
I'm saying like right now, but he has to execute. He could be partially to blame. Okay, however, he was part of the preparation. He was part of the game plan. I mean, damn, not even a touchdown.
And we were in the red zone.
Not even a touchdown. I mean,
y'all said the same thing about the same quarterbacks in the past. Like he's not the only quarterback to fail in the system that he was in.
I'm talking about Russell Wilson on day one as our starter, and then I'm talking about the Cowboys game. Okay, that he shouldn't have thrown that pick.
Yeah, I know, because you don't want to talk about you still don't want to hold the people accountable. And then you still don't.
And then I'm holding it, but I'm saying he needs to execute. And second down, and you're gonna throw an ill-advised interception in overtime.
Well, I know we're not talking about the Dallas game. The Dallas game is supposed to be a W.
No,
I don't want to.
yes.
I don't want.
He went off. I agree with you 100%. But you and I both agree in the game of football, it's not how you start, but how you finish.
Okay, so when Dart does it, he gets the excuse because he's a rookie.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, hold on.
Jalen, please, bro.
I'm not talking about Dart. And no,
we're talking about quarterback play.
No, hold on.
Because he's done the same thing.
I'm talking about Russ right now. Because I'm staying in the guardrails with Russ because of what he did on the field led coach to make the decision to go with Dart against San Diego. Had he would have played better ball, either coaching or poor execution, I'm sure he would have been in that Chargers game. And that's just my opinion. I can't say it's fact because I'm not in the locker room or whatnot. But I'm just saying the poor play that he had resulted in him being on the bench. And I think I can land my plane with that.
All right, so I'll just feel as this, and I'll land the plane here as well.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I feel like we lack consistency when we refuse to shine a light on the lack of coaching. I'm not here trying to say that Russell Wilson is should be this QB1 and it's all great or anything along those lines, but I'm also not going to sit here and act like he is more garbage than what he really is. We've been outcoached in all of those games that you're referring to. We've been outcoached, and it would look pathetic And that Chiefs game was a prime example of that. It was a clear showing of us being outcoached. And it wasn't just, oh, Russell just sucks oh so bad. It wasn't that just black and white. And I just don't understand why Giant fans just consistently just let the lack of coaching just be swiped under the rug.
But we've seen 3 quarterbacks, and he's looked the worst of the 3.
You haven't seen Jameis with Coach Dable.
But I'm saying we've seen him in the same offensive coordinator, same play caller.
No.
Same
You haven't,
people
but you
around
haven't
him.
seen him with Coach Dable. You have not seen him with Coach Dable.
I don't dispute
Point
that,
blank
but
period.
I can't make that scenario happen.
And again, I'm basing off of his play. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying he sucks. And I am putting the onus on coaching. But at some point, I mean, we also got to hold the player accountable as well. Okay. And I think Russ needs to be held accountable. As well.
I understand that. But again, I just don't agree with acting like Russell Wilson is the trash of all trash.
Yeah,
Again,
no,
y'all did the same thing. People did the same thing.
No one said that.
Yeah, I'm not saying
No one said that.
I'm saying
but
he is the
stop.
trash of trash the way he plays now, but I respect what he did in his career. He's
Exactly.
done.
So why we acting like that wasn't the narrative? Like, why are we playing like that?
Did you even listen to my question?
I'm not talking about you. Did you just hear what Drew said?
No. What did he say?
I said he is trash of trash the way he plays currently, but I respect what he did in his career.
Exactly. So what are we talking about? So stop saying he didn't say something that y'all are alluding to. Y'all were just about to hop on the whole just Russell Wilson is the trash of all
He's
trash
done. He's
campaign.
toast, dude. Ask anybody that's seen him play in New York this year. Ask anybody who saw him play in Pittsburgh last year. Ask anybody who saw him play in Denver the last years before that.
No, with Pittsburgh, he absolutely killed us. I seen it with my own eyes. I don't have to ask anybody. He killed us.
What quarterback hasn't killed us?
Look. I'll say this. I'll say this about Russell.
I said the same thing about Daniel Jones. I don't know.
Yes, and what happened when he played real teams now? They had the cakewalk of a freaking schedule at Indy.
No,
and
man, he's
playing
winning.
real
What are we
teams,
talking about?
Trouble.
He's
now
winning.
He's having trouble.
He's not having trouble with shit. He's winning. What are you talking about?
The team is winning.
Daniel Jones just lost to Kansas City.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is not even on the Giants right now. But I want to say this about Russ. All I'm saying about Russell is that, and I like the guy. I don't want you to think I don't. I like the guy. However, there was a reason why they went too dark. I'm not going to say I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for me. That's all I can do. I respect him. I was rooting for him. And I mean, multiple times in this podcast before the season even started, I even said I don't want to see Dart till Las Vegas, till the Raiders game, and that's just to give him team reps because we've already clinched the playoff spot. But unfortunately for us, Russ wasn't the guy. Now, is that his fault? I don't know. Was that the coach's fault? I don't know. But what I do know is that he just did not produce on the field. Thus, because of his lack of production, that's what put Dart in the game.
And I want to follow your point, Sneaky. You know, and this goes to what you're saying, TP. Look, I get it. You want to make the argument of coaching, right? So with that in mind, right, he definitely had a better coaching staff than what we've had on the Giants when he was in Pittsburgh. If Russ was so much that guy, why did not Pittsburgh keep him?
Now
there's flaws in his game that are apparent now that are coming out as he has gotten older. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, when you hit a certain age, man, your skill level starts to decline. Not taking away anything great that he's done in the past, but if you get moved from team to team to team, and those teams that you are on have better coaching than what the Giants have had, and they're getting rid of you, That's not coaching. That's an execution standpoint.
Now I'll say this from as a grown man.
Is he asking me a question or?
Well, I gotta. I'm gonna add. I'm kind of push back a little bit on something, and I'm sorry, TP. I'll let you have the floor, and I do want to get everybody else's insight on this because you know what, and on this, I want everybody to say something about Russ. Okay, he had to leave Denver because he was going to knock Sean Payton out. Let's call it like it is. I'm sorry, if a grown man yell at me like Sean Payton did him on the sideline, we gonna meet in the locker room after the game, coach. Two, I'll say this about him going to Pittsburgh. Look, he took that team to the playoffs. They could say what they want about him. Hey, I took him to the playoffs. Next. Now, while he was here, he lacked production. Now, I do also want to say something. Tanya had a good point here. She said, I still believe they sabotaged Russ to get Dart in. And I will stand on that hill. They wanted to get Dart in because that was who they wanted. Well, they mean Dable, to be fair, and felt like he would save their jobs or job, because Dable. The coaching was mediocre at best, and we know it. He wasn't the 22 dabs, true, and Bowen should have been gone before dabs. Yes, I totally agree. All right.
I
TP,
agree with that.
TP, I want to ask you the question because I want to make sure you get the floor as well. Do you want me to go to you first, or do you want me to go to the panel first and then come to you? How do you want to work this?
No, I'll let everybody say their piece.
Okay, Keefe, you got 30 seconds. Russell Wilson, go.
Okay, there's a few things that happened with Russ. One thing, Russ did not have good protection coming off the left side because we had Marcus Bowe and Hutchinson. If AT was healthy from the jump, his situation might have been a little bit different. And Russell Wilson does not use the middle of the field, nor does he use the tight ends. That's why Pittsburgh really overlooked at him and got him out of there. Plus, he wasn't getting picked against the ball, so there was a little bit of back and forth back there. Russell Wilson is not the best form of Russell Wilson as he is right now because he is a man who is soon going to be a Hall of Famer, and he was making business decisions. But Russell Wilson is not washed. He's not washed. I mean, we've seen him. He was taking hits. He was running. He was sliding. He was doing half the stuff that he knew he could do, and some things he just couldn't do. And that's really what it was. It was a mixture of both. Left tackle not there. He don't utilize the tight ends or the middle of the field. And now you got Jackson Dart there that does a little bit of all that.
Mark G, Russell Wilson, what you got?
First game, let's just say he was just so discombobulated and stuff. But the second game, he came out and stuff. I mean, he threw that interception. And then after against Dallas, and then in the third game, it's like, you know how Spagnuolo likes to put people on lockdown and stuff. He's like, he was irrelevant and all that. And then, the crowd said Dart and stuff. And I felt sorry. I felt sorry for Russell. He's a cool guy and stuff, but he wasn't the guy to me.
Yeah. Casey, what you got?
I still want to know what was going on in practice that had Russell Wilson as the starter versus Jameis or Jackson Dart. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I wanted to see if anybody had some insight on that. I think that from what I've seen of Russell this year, I don't think anybody's going to pick him up at this point. He hasn't shown. He has one game under his belt that was like, okay, maybe he can still play. But 1 out of 3, and then I don't think he's going to get another contract out of that. But crazier things have happened in the NFL.
Jalen, 30 seconds. You got Russell Wilson. What say you?
Okay. First game, mid. Second game, awesome, until that last pick. Third game, god awful. And honestly, my dad did have a point when he said I don't understand what was going on in practice that they didn't go to Jameis or Dart sooner, because it's like they have both looked significantly better than Russell Wilson did this season.
All right, Drew, what you got?
Like I said, I mean, I just think he's washed. I don't try to be rude when I say it. I think he had one good game against a horrible defense where everybody was injured. I think the rest of it showed you what he was. You saw how bad the offense changed when he went in the games after he lost the starting job. Like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful about it. It's kind of the same as we talked about Dable and the guys like that. It's just when it's time, it's time. And I think we probably all should have seen the fact that Sean Payton literally paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to let this guy walk 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it's time.
And I truly believe that helped Pittsburgh decision as well, because they got him on the cheap.
I mean, look at what Richard Sherman even said about him on Thursday Night Football. He said point blank, he doesn't have the Legion Boom to bail him out anymore.
Oof.
Facts.
And again, I want to say Richard Sherman is like the king of tactfulness, but it's like he's not the first former teammate to talk trash about the guy.
Right, but let's also agree, Sherman is also a system cornerback as well.
100%. No, but that's why I'm saying in general, when you have former teammates talking about you like that as well.
All right, Sully, what you got? What you got on my 40? Russell Wilson.
I ain't got nothing on your 40, homie. Nah. So my pushback on that is, okay, so I actually used to live in Denver. I listened to the Denver media a lot when it came to Russell Wilson. And a lot of the story that came out in Denver was how Russell Wilson alienated himself from other teammates. And this was before Peyton even got there. Okay. So with that aspect, and then you look at the energy level of when Dart came in versus when Russ was playing before he got benched. We played flat. Now, granted, yes, we got out coached. We weren't prepared, but we were still playing flat as a team. When Dart came in, we had more energy. We had more excitement. A little bit better prepared, but we still ended up getting some of the same results. Even with with Jameis Winston coming in, okay? We still had that excitement, that fire. It seemed like the rest of the team wanted to play for those quarterbacks, but they don't want to play for Russell. So that says more about the person, to me, than it does about coaching. Now, we wanna add in coaching and everything, but again, he took the Steelers to the playoffs. But why didn't they keep him?
Right.
They wanted
You see what I'm saying?
They wanted Fields over him.
And Fields even left the Steelers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
then what is your point then?
Well,
my point is it's time to put Russ out to pasture. And to say that we sabotage play calling just to get Dart in, I can't buy that, because if you're saying, because it would just save Dable's job, you don't think putting Russ in the beginning wouldn't have been a knock on saving their jobs and them not calling the right plays to win games? Like, I'm sorry, I just can't buy the fact that they call plays to intentionally sabotage Russ. No, they called some of the same plays for Russ that they eventually called for Dart, and Russ did not produce to the level that the other quarterbacks have been producing. And then another thing, which Keefe has said earlier, Russ cannot utilize the entire field. So already you're handcuffed as far as what plays you can call, because your quarterback cannot utilize the entirety of the field. So if you can only play 1/3 of the field and you got 2/3 left that you're not even using, no, you're not going to produce at all. And that's a knock on the quarterback, not coaching.
All right, I got to go to Daryl. Daryl, what's your thoughts? And then TP, get ready.
It
I
all
want to
this is
hear
what it
your
all
closing
boils down
argument.
to.
Go
He's
ahead.
not listen. He's a Hall of Famer quarterback. He's not garbage. I'm not gonna say that. That's just disrespectful. But what I tell you, what I will tell you is, and what catches up to everybody is Father Time. That's it. Father Time caught up with Russell Wilson. That's it.
All the time's
He's
on.
not garbage. They didn't sabotage anything. The man does not want to be hit like that no more. And what's the first thing a quarterback does when he don't want to get hit and he's at that age? They get rid of it. Prime example, Aaron Rodgers. What does he do when he doesn't want to get hit? He throws the ball away. Father Time just caught up with Russell Wilson. That's all I got to say on that.
TP, you get closing arguments, man. What you got?
So I agree that Father Time is caught up with Russell Wilson. And I'm not saying at all Russell Wilson should be the starting quarterback or whatever it is. My only point is that I'm not sitting here saying that Russ is garbage. I
No,
don't
I'm
believe
not
that to
going to
be
do that either.
I don't believe that to be true. Also, Sully, if we have coaches that are coaching the same game for Russell Wilson that they are doing for Dart, then that means they can't coach. That absolutely means they can't coach because they are two different quarterbacks. And to be honest with you, Dart saving grace is the fact that he could extend plays. It's not that what he was doing coaching wise was just oh so beautiful. No. And so all in all, Keefe really just said everything that summarized pretty much what I was saying. But you go in a game and you throw 400 plus yards, no matter who it is against, because of the situation that Russ is in, he's not getting benched as quickly anywhere else in the league than he would here. And that is another factor that you also have to consider in this whole grand scheme of things.
But let me ask you this: by getting a quarterback in the first round and knowing the investment that you're putting on this quarterback, and knowing the situation with Russ, only basically a 1-year quarterback, a bridge quarterback.
Because remember,
I really do believe if Russ was 3-0 rather than 0-3 going into San Diego, or at least 2-1, at least 2-1. Hell, maybe if we won, maybe the only reason why he played that Kansas City game was because the fact that he threw 455 yards. But I hear you, and I definitely respect your response. And Keefe, you brought up some really good points. I completely forgot about the fact that AT didn't come in the game until, if I'm not, was it San Diego? I think that's when Thomas came in, right?
It was the Chiefs. He played a couple snaps in the Chiefs game.
That's
They
right.
played the first half, wasn't it?
He was on a snap count. I think it was like 25, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on a. And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting goosebumps, and I'm saying this right now because we love the Giants, and we're speaking good Giants ball, and I'm having a good father moment. When your kid did something, and you like, that's my, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel right now, because we had a legit argument and some legit pushback.
Can I say this last? Can I say this?
Oh
last
yeah.
thing?
Go ahead.
I don't want us to forget what the main objective was when we were in the beginning of the season. And I think it was not even up to Coach Dable at that point. The reason as to why it was concrete as to a veteran quarterback starting is because the whole plan was for Dart to develop and to be that guy that was supposed to be Coach Dable's project and that quarterback that's going to be the franchise guy for the future. So to answer Jalen's question, I don't even think that was ever an option for Dart to be the starting quarterback. I think it was always going to be between Jameis and Russ. Now, from the sample size that we did see in the preseason and certain things that was going on in camp, Russell Wilson showed veteranship throughout that time and things that you could take and pick from. But there were a lot of things that we did in the offseason, whatever, that we scratched and changed and all that other stuff that when our offense got going, it wasn't the same. But anyway, I digress.
I do want to say this, and damn it, TP, I wanted you to have last word, but I want to give this last word to Tanya, and then of course we'll definitely move on. Tanya says, this is what she said. Y'all gave DJ 6 years and Russ 5 games. LOL, wild.
Hey, so that's the only thing I can say is we gave DJ 6 years because at that time we really didn't have any other option.
Well,
and we gave
They have Jackson Dart sitting behind him.
at 6 years,
Right.
yeah, that's 6 years and like
And-
7 different coaches.
right. And the reason why we didn't give Russ that leeway is one, yes, they had the coach was on the hot seat, and two, at this point, we're tired of losing. Granted, we're still losing, but now we're losing differently because last year the offense wasn't putting up as many points as we are this year. So it's and we know the NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. And to be quite honest, you know what I'm saying, whether it's coaching or whether it's the players' production, Russ was not producing. So they made the move because they had the rookie quarterback that they were so in love with.
So I want to.
No, he was just trying to save his job, is what he was trying to do.
Well,
That's
yeah.
why he put Jackson Dart in there, and then end up trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to ask this question. Now this is our 5th game now that we've had the lead, and it's been a collapse. Okay, and to top it off, fellas, we are officially eliminated from playoff contention.
Thanks a lot.
You know
Shane
what I
Bowen.
believe, Sneaky? You know what I believe? I believe if Mike Kafka was the head coach from the beginning of the season, Shane Bowen would have been fired after the damn Dallas game.
Straight up.
You know what? I'm gonna quote Kanye. I guess we'll never know. One thing I do want to ask, out of the 5 collapses, okay, let me hold on. I had it up. Hold on. So the 5 collapses are, Drew, unless you beat me to it. Hold on, I have the picture here. Because I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
We had the lead in each game, Sneaky.
Oh, here we go. I got it right here. Okay. So collapse number 1, Dallas Cowboys. We led 37-14 in the 4th quarter. I don't know that we could call this a collapse. What?
It was a meltdown.
I was gonna say, what was
meltdown.
What was the lead when we played Dallas?
Yeah, I said what I said. I'm sorry.
34-7.
37-34. My apologies.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I know we didn't have a lead that big against Dallas. Hold on.
We had 14 seconds left. 37-34 against the Saints in the 2nd quarter. We were 14-3. The Denver Broncos game, 26-8 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Yep.
And I'm still traumatized from that game.
The Chicago
Same
Bears
here,
game, shout out Art. Oh, and that dude. We were up by 10
20 to
with
10.
3 minutes. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. And of course, Detroit, we were up
27-17.
27-17 with 10 minutes and 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And of course, yes, it took overtime.
Good
Out of
deal.
those, I mean, to me, I know what my answer is. Okay. If we were to compare all 5 of them, I mean, I don't want to say what's the takeaway because the takeaway we lost.
And Shane Bowen is terrible.
How could you define? I guess I want to know, like, at what point during the season when we got the lead that you're just that I don't know about you guys, that you're just sitting there thinking, yeah, I'm not sure about this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
The Denver game was it for me. Once we lost that lead in the Denver game, like that was 19 points. 10 points is nothing compared in comparison. So
True.
we got to have a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes to go, and then maybe I'll be like, okay, we're gonna win this game. But other than that, like I have no faith. Although now with Shane Bowen gone, maybe, but before I had no faith in the Giants with a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you were saying something.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, for me, it definitely the Dallas game was definitely one of them. I think the Denver one was just a nail in the coffin, but the Dallas game because I mean it's a divisional game for one, and particularly it was versus Dallas, a team that we just absolutely struggle every year to beat, and so it was disheartening to know that we was in a position to win that game. I mean, there's still nothing excusable about not winning that game. And for us to lose again, divisional rival, I feel like that was a huge loss. And then, I feel like there was so many good performances in the game, especially Leak. Thought that would have been like a real like statement game for him. And it kind of got washed under the rug because we didn't get the win. So
And
like that one.
Wandell also went off on that game too.
He did.
Yeah, as well.
8 for 142 and a tutty for Wandell that day.
I'm advocating for what's the name to get the head coaching position. I just like what he's done for the past 12 weeks. Was he part of the losing regime? Yes, he was. But has he turned this offense around? Yes, he did.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Daryl, what was the one game that kind of I'll say broke your heart? I guess the word I'm looking for.
Games don't break your heart when you already anticipate and see what goes on week after week. If it happens week after week, you don't have to paint me no picture. I know what's going to happen. But what really done it for me? The New Orleans Saints game is what done it to me. Because that was the game that we were supposed to win.
That was a winnable game. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the whole Kafka opening up the offense thing here, though. Still, like, we got 27 points in an overtime game last week. We had 20 points the week before. The Giants for the season are averaging 22 points. That's 23 and a half points.
Well, what are you asking?
No, I'm just saying. I just don't think it's that much of a difference in the 2 weeks we've seen. It's too small of a sample. First off,
Drew, why do you always go to stats to tell you a full story to some shit?
No,
That's
part of the story.
No, because you missing elements of it. You missing key elements of it.
We need a numbers guy, and Drew is the numbers guy. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm the numbers guy, and I'm white chocolate, apparently.
I like, because I myself, I'll tell you straight up, I'm more of an eye candy, right? It's how it looks on the field. And I know where Daryl is coming from because it looks like this offense is more productive. It looks like this offense is running up and down the field. It looks like this offense is scoring points. But, of course, when you put the numbers on it, it's the same thing.
No, you fell for that bullshit. No, listen, are we not? Why are we missing out the fact
No.
no.
I'm just giving the comparisons between Drew and myself.
It's no see, this is the thing, and this is where you gotta have the eye test to judge all of that shit. Forget the narratives, forget what everybody's telling you, forget all that. What is your eyes telling you? What is your football knowledge telling you? Forget the stats. They don't tell the full story all the time. Let me finish, because I want to just say this one main point. You know why those stats is bullshit? Is because Kafka is doing a lot with a little.
Yep.
He doesn't have a Malik Neighbors. He doesn't have a Scatterbo. He doesn't. He's working with a Darius Slayton who was going ghost on us, absolutely ghost.
So
And
was
so
that not the
when you
scenario before Dable left?
no, it wasn't the scenario. What are we talking about? It was absolutely not the scenario. And he's doing it, and granted, my last point, he's doing it versus teams that are true contenders. He's not just doing this versus, a little itty bitty whatever team.
That's one variable I'll give you in a heartbeat, by the way. Read 100%
Well,
of
actually,
that part.
to be fair, like to your point, TP is like we don't really have any like scrub teams left on our schedule.
Yes, we do. We got the Raiders.
Oh,
got the Commanders.
Let me ask TP a
I
question.
totally forgot about that.
TP, this question is for you, man.
My bad, Joe.
So I tend to agree with Daryl regarding the offense. Okay, it looks like the offense is opening up more. Okay, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I'm going off of eye candy. Would you say the same thing?
For sure.
Okay.
I think
We look like we
thought that
have
was
an
obvious.
identity. We look like we have an identity. We run the ball more. We run the ball to open up the play action. That's why
Exactly.
Rondell, the past 2 weeks, that's why Rondell has been open the way he has. I mean, it just looks like we are running the ball more than we was when Brian Dubbo was that head coach. I mean, I'm seeing all.
You know what? Hold on. I want to jump on Daryl real quick. Pause. What you said made perfect sense because of the fact that when we played against the Packers, I got to tell you, that offensive line was something else. That offensive line was pushing. I mean, we were winning the line of scrimmage. And I noticed that in just the first 5 plays offensively. Now, yes, I would have loved to have a win, especially at home. However, if we're going off the eye candy test, and if we're talking about, Kifka opening up the offense more, I can actually say from what I saw in the Green Bay game, he sure as hell did run. He opened up the running game at minimum. I mean, hold on. I didn't look at the box scores, and forgive me, Drew. I know you would have.
What do you want to know, Sneaky?
I love you guys. I love you guys, but I love you guys, but I don't go off stats. I go off by what I see by the players producing on the field, and what I see is good football on the offensive side of the Giants.
But stats tell you a lot as well. It's a kind of a combination. Like you could say the offense looks great and everything. Well, if they're still scoring the same amount of points, they can look as great as they want.
So okay, hold on. Okay. So tell me what our record would be if we would have never gave up those five blown leads.
I'm saying specific to what you're saying about Dable versus Kafka as far as the offense looking better the last couple of weeks.
Right.
And first off, for the record, the first thing I said is it's very small sample size, and that's what I'm sticking to right now.
Okay.
But what I'm just saying in general is what I need to see is they can look great, they can be exciting, can have big plays like last week. All I care about is how many points we put on the board. That's the only stats I care about on offense. How many points you put on the board. Same as on defense. The only thing I really care about is how many points do we let them put on the board. That's the thing that makes you win or lose in the end.
Well, this is where I challenge that, because the thing is this: time of possession factors in that as well.
Yes,
because
I was just about to say it.
What I've seen in this sample size from Kafka, and this is not just a Coach Dable thing. This is a problem around the league, especially that matchup versus Green Bay. Singletary and Tracy both had 10+ carries.
Campbell,
a lot of teams get away from the run way too fast. And so what you're getting right now is you're getting a more quality aspect of the offense. It isn't just banking on what Dart can do for you. You're
But Dart's
actually
in the last
utilizing.
week.
Casey
Well,
got his hand
that's the
up.
beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, because now you could also see the full picture of what you're able to do and what weapons you have to work with.
Had 1,000 yards in one game.
So we're
The
saying
offense
points scored is not the
looks
most
more
important thing. Is that-
versatile. That's what it is.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fair.
yep.
More versatile.
That's it. That's it.
More explosive plays.
Drew, let me ask you this
Well,
though.
you can
So
get
I
more
know-
explosive plays because it's more versatile, because there's the threat of the run, as opposed to just sitting back and shotgun the entire time, looking to pass all the time. With that versatility comes the defense being confused as to what you are trying to do, which turns into big plays.
So Drew, real quick, I'm looking at the box scores for the rushing yards. Now it looked like we got for 38 carries, we had 142 total rushing yards against Green Bay.
Yep.
What
Do we get
game,
points off carries though?
I'm sorry?
Do we get points off of carries? I want points. It's all I care about.
No, I get
But
that.
you need a defense
Jesus
to stop.
Christ.
I'm just
You
I'm
need.
just- hold on, Daryl.
Thank you, Daryl.
What I'm asking with this, 'cause I don't know if you have the stat pulled up. What other game did we have the highest amount of rushing yards? What game did we rush more than say 142?
Has there been one?
I mean, I'm assuming Philly. I mean, the first time we played Philly, that's what I'm assuming.
You talk about the points, Drew.
Yes.
This is a prime example. Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
They put up all the damn points they want to put up,
Yes.
but they won't they can't win because they don't have a damn defense.
Yes. And what did I say? All I care about in offense is how many points you score, and all I care about in defense is how many points you let the other team score.
And
Yeah,
that's
but it's
my
not that
and
wide and gray,
that's the
though.
point
It's
I
not that-
that's the that's the point I was
By
trying
the
to
way,
make.
the answer to the question Sneaky had, the most rushing yards was against Philly. It
first
was
Yeah,
the first
172.
matchup, 172. The
Yeah.
second most, 169 against the Bears. The third most, 161 against the Chargers. And the fourth most, 142 against the Packers.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Man. Now, if I were to play devil's advocate, right? If I were to go against Kifka, and I'm looking at it right here, we have averaged at least one turnover. Well, actually, he took over the Packers game, so yeah, we've had 3 turnovers in the last 2 games.
Man, if y'all get your heads out the stats, man.
My thing is, what I'm trying to say is, all I'm trying to say is, guys, that if we wouldn't have had fourth quarter meltdowns, we all would have a totally different conversation because we would be going or headed into the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay,
and you know
that's the point I'm trying to make.
To your defense, Russell will probably still be starting right now.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Win a game. Hold on, H-Town dropped some wisdom here. Hold on a sec. What matters is go ahead, Jalen.
Okay, what matters is keeping the O-line and O-line coach together and bringing in a real defensive coach with a king's ransom for the top draft pick. Load up D-tackle, DB, wide receiver, linebacker, and get back into contention.
No corner? Okay.
He said DB, Dad, so that's
Yeah.
all hand in hand.
Man, I have.
Hey, can we stop with all these short ass damn wide receivers and go get a tall, bulky sized receiver?
Well,
I mean, we had one. We could have signed with Jordan Humphrey.
that's not the Dable offense, though. That's why we have him. So, I mean, now is it the
Oh,
Cap
okay.
offense? We'll find out.
That was all Dable. That was all Dable.
Can I say one thing real quick?
I just have a question for. Are you saying you want your wide receiver strong? Is that what you're saying, Daryl?
Hell yeah, I want a Plexico Burns. I want a pop back strong. I want a country Fred motherfucker back there. Yeah. That's right.
That's right.
Daryl wants somebody that been out in the field chopping hay bales all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an offensive lineman, not a wide receiver.
Yeah, like
Because
Andre
what's that boy over there? Keefe said, what's that boy over there? The Chargers, Keefe, what's his name?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Okay, something like that. Okay, something like that. Strong, strong, brother.
You want strong? You want nice?
He's got strong hands for sure.
I don't want no. I don't want no. I don't want all these Danny Amendolas. I don't want all them. I want somebody tall. Somebody can go up and get that 50-50 ball.
Who was that wide receiver for the Cardinals? Was it David Boston? Was that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
David Boston.
The size of a tight end.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Don't mention
Ain't
his
nothing wrong
name
with
in San Diego. Whatever you do, don't ever mention his name in San Diego.
Oh, really?
Okay.
He signed that big. He signed that big contract and stuff when he was at Arizona. Then he went to San Diego. He just flopped.
Just stopped caring entirely once he got paid.
Oh, you mean like Kenny Galladay?
Yeah, no, but
Oh Lord, have mercy! No, he didn't. Mute that brother. Who said that? Mute that
What?
brother.
That was my dad.
Kenny Gallo.
He's more like the Albert Hainsworth, the wide receivers, is what he is. He got paid to stop caring.
Saying Galladay fleeced us for real.
Honestly, I honestly think that he did fleece us. You're right, but I think it was just as much on us for not seeing the medical things there. There had to be something there.
They didn't scout or anything. Yeah.
To actually have the records, obviously. I don't have his medical records, obviously, but don't tell me you go from a 1,000-yard receiver to a guy who came and get 500 yards basically.
Facts.
After a
I don't see how
there wasn't something there.
I don't see how Ronnie Barnes kept his job after that. I don't understand that.
Wait,
how
who
did
we
he
talking
keep
about?
his job?
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay. I don't see how.
I don't want to say Ronnie Barnes in that one specifically, even though I brought him before. I don't know whose job that is to look over that stuff and figure that out.
Okay.
I'd assume he's a part of that, but without knowing for sure, I don't want to blame that specifically on him.
Okay, because I was thinking it was Barnes too.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say either way without having that knowledge to have the right person to blame on that. But there's somebody who should picked up on something.
Would that be the
We'll
worst?
just pigeonhole the medical staff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one more question before I head out of here, gentlemen. I got one more question before I head out of here. Drew says 2 games. I say 12. I say 12 weeks. Drew says 2. I think 12 weeks is plenty enough sample size to say that Mike Kafka has worked his way into the head coaching position.
I say 2.
Yeah, I say 2 because it's only been 2 games that he's acted as a head coach.
But hold
Those
on,
other 10
gentlemen.
games, he was the OC.
The reason why I say 12 is because he's been calling the plays from day one this year.
Yeah, but that's not what the head coach does.
Yeah.
You know, I just want
Well, not always anyway. Let me rephrase that.
I'm just hoping we can win a game.
Yeah, that's normally not the head coach's job. But
I'm really hoping we can win a game. Daryl, we'll start with you because we'll start ending the show.
Well, I said my piece, Sneaky.
Yeah, go ahead. You got
I said my piece.
Okay, well,
I said it. I just want everybody on this panel. I'm glad we got together today, and everybody. If you got loved ones that you don't speak to, please call them and see how they doing and everything. I need to do the same because I don't. I just want everybody on here to do that, and hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And let's go Giants! Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
We're all gone.
Sully, what you got?
Hey, I was just going to say I'll go next too because I got a flight coming in soon. So, like I said earlier, man, I'm gonna start it off this way. I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you speak out loud to all the things that you are thankful for. It's not just about the food, but it's about that family togetherness. Like Daryl said, reach out to your family, love on them because tomorrow's not promised to no one. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the Giants, man, I I kind of like the direction we're going in. I do hope that we get a competent head coach and a competent and aggressive defensive coordinator. Um, if Shane is still going to be our GM, I hope he can nail this draft because, in my mind, this is going to be his most important draft because this will decide truly the direction of our Giants moving forward. Hopefully Monday or not Monday, hopefully Tuesday when we meet again, we will be having a victory conversation versus what we should be doing moving forward.
I gotta let me hear it one time, man.
Love you guys, man. Let's go Giants. Out.
I don't mean to cut you off. My apologies. Have a happy Thanksgiving, fam. Jalen.
All right. Well, I guess I don't really have that much to say, but I do like the direction that the Giants are going in. I mean, hopefully, if we can pull off an upset against the red-hot New England Patriots in Foxborough come Monday night, well, I wouldn't be mad about that at all. But but also, I guess to wrap up my final thoughts, I just hope everybody has a safe and wonderful Thanksgiving. And well, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, let me hear it one time.
All right, love y'all boys. Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Oh, Mark G, what you got, man?
I just want to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving. I hope we just get come next Monday night. We just get this win. It's like 12 in a row. We lost on for the last couple of years. So let's just upset the Patriots and have a victory Tuesday with Sneaky G next week.
That'd be nice.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Is that Banks right there?
Yeah, call Banks.
Okay, all right. I see you. All right.
Yeah. Until then, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Be good. Casey, what you got?
Oh, I got two things. One, can we stop calling Brian Dable a quarterback whisperer? Because from what I've seen, he's only whispered to Josh Allen, and that's it.
Whispering sweet nothings in his. Go ahead.
Saying, he was supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. The only quarterback I've seen perform that well under him was Josh Allen. So I don't know. Like I said, the defensive coordinator now looks like he's aggressive. I want to see what that looks like because I think that's going to help those DBs, those young DBs, because hopefully they won't have to cover as long if the defensive coordinator is calling more aggressive plays. We've made mistakes. We know what we need to fix. I think this offseason, not just the draft, is going to be really, really important if Joe Shane sticks around. I think that he should know at this point exactly what this team needs, and he should be looking at right now how to get it. But other than that, happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much, and let's go Giants. Ow!
Speak for yourself. I'm definitely gonna eat. I'm getting fat and happy, fellas. Keithy, what you got, man? What you got on my 40, man? What you got?
All right, man. I'm really just hoping Mike Kafka can get the job done. I hope the defensive coordinator is aggressive and this team shows up, shows out, and pushes us out of the top 10 in the draft. And I kind of really hope Mike Kafka stay. I'm gonna just be honest. And if he doesn't stay, I'm a Giants fan. I'm not opposed to Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy, he's known to get teams to the playoffs. Listen, we got to get to the playoffs before we try to win the Super Bowl. So I just want us to get back to decency by any means necessary. And look, Sneaky, if you do have a show on Thanksgiving or after or whatever, listen, I'm trying to see everybody's Thanksgiving plate. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm fat like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you have one, I'm definitely gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? So let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate it. Wait, I'm gonna show everybody my plate. Y'all don't know what I'm eating.
Yeah.
Man, be good. Drew, let me hear it. What you got?
So yeah, everybody happy Thanksgiving, everybody, their families there. Want to say lively talk today. I loved it though. But you know, the great thing is all love on my side, no, all love on everybody else's side too as well. It's great that we have a group that we can get together, we can discuss things, we can not always agree, but we can do it with respect, and we can still not, have any issue with anybody else. And that's very rare with a group of people. Seriously. So I love it. So again, everybody have a great holiday. See you all next time I'm on. And as always, let's go Giants. Ow!
Hell yeah. And yeah, I'll see you in a sec. TP, what you got, man?
Yo. Yeah, man, I second that. I second that. Anytime that I can talk like I talk to my brother and my cousins and stuff like that, that means I'm super comfortable. And this is the place for Giant fans to do just that, be super comfortable and have real football New York Giant talk, man. So shout out to you, Sneaky G, for the platform to allow us to do that. And I'm gonna end it on this, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what Kafka and Dart, cook up. Kafka has my interest. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see, how this unfolds. But outside of that, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. You know what? Thank you, TP. Thank you, Keefe, Drew, Jalen, AC, Mark D. I owe you. I saw that you fell off. I got you. You ain't getting off next time. Hell, I mean, look, we had a great show tonight. And you know what I love about debates? We need to have the conversation. We need to have that conversation because one, that's the only way we're gonna learn. And I don't know why I got the hiccups. Because for us, I'm not always right. Even though I believe I am, that don't mean I am. But when I learn from other people and their perspectives, I get a better understanding of how I may be right or how I am wrong. Shout out Keith. He brought up a good point. I completely forgot that Russ had a, weak left side of the offensive line during the season. I love these conversations. I love the fact that you allow me to be on your laptop, your iPad, TikTok, whatever the case may be, so we can have these conversations. I see the chats. I try and read them all. Sometimes they get away from me. But if I had to say one thing that I'm thankful for, of course, I'm thankful for my family, my wife. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I can never say I never won a lottery because I won the big one with her. She puts up with my shit 24/7. You're only going to see me 2 hours or 4 hours a week sometimes, not including game day, of course. That being said, I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for the 13 people on TikTok right now. I'm thankful for the 9 people that it went up to like 20 something a few minutes ago, but I'm thankful for everybody that allows you guys into your living room, whatever the case may be. Staple Gum 98, I see you. I thank you as well, Staple Gun. Look, we got some heavy hitters on this show, and I'm proud to say that. And I'm saying that very confidently because we love our team. We're dedicated to our team. And that's the way we roll. And one day, this will all be worth it. And damn it, I can't wait. I hope every single one of you has a very happy, joyous, fat, and happy Thanksgiving. I have some homework for you guys. That I need you to do for me, okay? If you have a piece of pumpkin pie, grab a piece of pumpkin pie or some sweet potato, okay? So if you got some pumpkin pie or some sweet potato, I want you to get one slice of each, okay? And then I want you to cut a small piece of the pumpkin pie off and then cut a piece of the ham, slice of ham, right? Put that together on the fork and take a bite. You're welcome. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't sit there and say, ew, gross. I'm telling you, the sugar flavor, the sugarness or the sweetness from that sweet potato or pumpkin pie with the saltiness of that ham, your life will never be the same. But I'm thankful for you guys. I want to thank you for allowing me to have the show, talk football, and of course, talk about my beloved New York Giants. And Ronnie, I don't care what they say about you, bro. I got nothing but love for you. Shout out. You can stay there till you're 105 if you want. I don't care. That's just me, my 2 cents. So Monday night, we're going into Foxborough. I wonder if Tommy gonna cook him up some cutlets while he's out. Well, anyway, man, can we get a win? Can we get a win? That's all I want to know. And we'll find out Monday night. Until then, I'll see you all for the watch party Monday night. And thank you to those that donated. And until then, make someone smile. Please make someone smile. It's that time of year. Check on your friends, your family. Make sure no one's alone. Okay? No one needs to be alone during these times. And please keep your damn hands to yourself. And as always, let's go Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.